Okay, guys, so as I've already written on the board, our objective in social studies today is I can learn rules and laws. So we're going to just go back over this again real quick. So, someone tell me again, I think that was Oakland that told me, what is a rule? Oakland, what is a rule? Tell me again what it is. Yeah, so rules are something that we have to follow, and we have different types of rules. We have rules for work. We have rules for recess. We have certain rules in different classrooms. We have rules that we have to follow in the community. What is a law? What is a law? Chastity? Okay, it's something that you also have to follow, but it's more serious. So a law is a rule that you have to follow that has what they call consequences for if you break it, if you don't follow. If you break the law, there's certain things that you may be subject to. You can get in a lot of trouble if you break the law. So breaking rules, there might be things that repercussions or consequences for breaking rules. Like, for example, if you're talking in my classroom when I'm teaching, you might lose recess or things like that. But then if you break the law, for example, you run a red light or go through a stop sign, then you'll get a traffic ticket and you'll have to pay money and things like that to pay off the ticket. You get too many tickets, they'll take your license. So laws, there's more consequences, more repercussions for when you break laws. Okay, so in our study, our study weekly here is, it says the world around me, yesterday to today, and we're focusing on rules and laws. Can anyone read that first vocabulary word on the front there for me? Kaylee, can you read that first vocabulary word on the front of our weekly reader there?
Rules teach us how to learn, work, and play together.
Very good. Rules teach us how to learn, work, and play together. Can anyone tell me why we have rules? Why do you think we have rules? What do you think, Jeremiah? I didn't hear you.
We break the rules.
Yeah, we don't want to break the rules, but why do we have them? Why do you think we need them, Bailey?
To keep us safe.
To keep us safe, exactly. For example, one of the school rules is to not run down the hallway. Because you run down the hallway, you might bump into someone, you may slip and fall and hurt yourself. So rules and laws, there's reasons for them. There's reasons we have a law that you can't run a red light. Because if you run a red light and someone else has the right of way, if you knock that over again, we're going to really have a problem. So don't even touch that basket, please. So if you run a red light and there's traffic going across this way, and you go out into the intersection and run that red light, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
You're gonna have a what?
Thinking.
Worse. If you go through a red light and cars are coming, what's gonna happen, Anari?
Get in a car crash.
You're gonna get in a car crash, get in an accident, get really hurt. It could get really bad. So our rules and laws are for a reason. They're to keep us to keep us safe. Okay, so can someone read the little bottom part there? The very bottom, little caption there at the bottom, Jamie.
We make our own choices. We can choose to follow the rules and choose not to follow the rules. There are
A big word there, consequences. So if we don't follow the rules, there's consequences. What do you think that means, Saya? There's consequences if you don't follow the rules. Just think about how that word is used. What do you think consequences means? I'll give you an example. So your mom says, have your room clean by the time I get home from work. Clean your room, make sure everything's put away. And you come home and you don't have your room clean. And then your mom says, okay, well, you can't play your computer game, or you can't get on the computer. So that's an example of a consequence. So consequences are things that happen if you don't follow a rule. You don't do what it is that you're supposed to do. So let's flip to the next page, guys. Okay, let's flip over to the next page. And before we finish reading, let's just look at some of these pictures. Let's do a little picture walk. Let's look at some of the pictures. Someone tell me, what do you think is going on in that top picture there? What's going on right here? What do you see, Jeremiah, in that top picture?
It's brown, and Jeremiah pushed the table so he could hit my stomach with it. No, I was trying to move. No, you didn't.
I'm going to ask you to go sit over there, please. Push both those chairs in and sit at the table over there. Both the chairs, please. Both the chairs. Okay, so what do you think is going on in that top picture there? Look at this picture here at the top. What's going on there? Look at it real closely. I want you to tell me everything that's going on. I want to hear from somebody else who hasn't spoken. What's going on in that picture, Carter? I can't hear you. They're what? Look at the picture. What's going on? Well, first of all, where are they? Where does it look like they are, Carter? They're in the school, yeah? And what are those kids doing? They're running, aren't they? Okay. So, what about this picture here? What's going on in that picture? Somebody I haven't heard from. Willow, what's going on? What do you see in this picture right here? What's going on in that picture? This picture? What's going on in that picture, Kaylee? She's raising her hand. So these pictures are probably to give you an example of following school rules. So these students are running through the hallway, and then here, this little girl, she's raising her hand, probably to respond to a question her teacher asked her. So probably in this top picture, they're probably showing you what rules you shouldn't be, how you shouldn't be breaking rules like that. I don't know why the teacher's smiling, looking away. That was interesting. And then here, instead of just blurting out answers, the little girl's raising her hand, waiting for her teacher calling her to answer a question. So that's an example of someone following the rules. Okay, so let me see, I need a reader. I want someone to read. Anari, can you read this area here that says rules and laws? And I need the rest of you following along. Rules and, yes, if you can read that, please. Thank you.
School rules are important. School rules are
Written.
down and shared.
Okay. Who wants to read the next area? Ava, read the next paragraph.
The windows at school are made by people with authority. Principals and teachers are people with authority.
That's a big word there. What is authority, do you think? What do you think? Let's think about context clues. Think about how that word is used. What is authority? It says the rules are made by people with authority, like administrators and things like that. The principals and the teachers are people with authority. What do you think that means? What do you think, Amara? What do you think authority means? David, what do you think authority means? It's a big word, right? What do you think, Ava? Yeah, they're people that make rules, they make the decisions, they have, I don't like to use the word power, but they're in a position to pretty much keep order in the classroom. They're in a position of authority, meaning they're the ones that make the decision on what's going to happen in the classroom. What you will do, what you cannot do. So that's what they mean by positions of authority. So principals and teachers are people with the authority. We make the rules, we enforce the rules. Let's think about about community. Let's think about our community, and guys, at the beginning of the school year, if you remember, we learned about community helpers. So, thinking about our community helpers, these are our people of authority as well. So let's think about our community helpers. These are also people of authority, right? So, police officer, that's definitely a person of authority. They enforce the laws, right? A teacher, we've already mentioned that. A firefighter. So these are all community helpers, and a lot of them are in positions of authority where they make decisions, or they make sure that certain things are handled in our community. Okay, so we're going to read the section on classroom rules, but before we do that, I want someone to tell me, what are some of our classroom rules? What are some of our classroom rules? Jason?
No running.
No running, good. Anari? Any rules that we have in our classroom, things that we're not allowed to do? And we can also refer back to our classroom norms, our social contract back there. Can you think of a rule that we have in our classroom, Anari? No talking while the teacher's talking. We have times where we're able to talk with each other, speak with each other during our turn talks, our think, pair, shares, but there's certain times when the teacher's teaching when we don't talk, we're just listening, using our ears, and then we ask questions by raising our hand, right? Good. What's another rule that we have, Willow?
Hello again.
Hello.
I just can't remember this.
One second,
birthday.
Willow.
Next
Book
Monday,
fair. Okay.
We're going to have the Scholastic Book Fair, and so Ms. Brown is going to pass out one of these to you, and tell your parents to pay attention to the QR code in the back, okay? Because they can open up your e-wallet account. I will place these on your desk.
Okay, thank you so much.
I just got permission from Mr. Johnson to pass
Okay,
out.
I knew they'd be coming soon.
Yeah. And then at the meeting tomorrow, I have something for the teachers.
Oh, okay, great, great.
Yeah.
Okay, Willow, you were telling me you were explaining one of our classroom rules.
When the teacher's working, don't come up to the, don't come up.
Well, you can come up to the desk, but there's certain times, like when we're doing small group, right? You should not come up to the teacher when she's working, doing small groups. So yes, that's true. That's one of our small group rules. Carter, one of our classroom rules.
Don't get up when you talk to somebody.
Don't do what?
Don't get up when you talk to somebody.
Right, you shouldn't get up and walk around the room, or if you see that I'm speaking with a parent or something like that. We don't interrupt or anything, unless it's an emergency, then you'll say, excuse me, because naturally if it's an emergency, then if there's something going on, you need to let me know. Okay, Jason, what's another one of our classroom rules?
No being mean.
Yeah, that's one of our rules, yeah.
That's the
Treat
best
each other
rule
with,
I ever saw.
yeah, that's one of our best rules, treat each other kindly. And that's one of the things we decided, remember the beginning of the school year, we said, what type of classroom do we want to have? And that was one of the things we decided on. We wanted to be kind to each other. Okay, Jamie, were you going to share one of our classroom rules? No chewing gum. Yes, no gum chewing. No gum chewing. Or eating in the classroom, unless there's something going on, somebody brings in cupcakes or something like that when we're all eating. But yeah, no eating in the classroom. And except during breakfast time. If you come in late and you have to have breakfast in the classroom. Okay, Ava.
No running in the classroom because we might bump into someone.
No running in the classroom. No running in the classroom. Just a quick question. Is running allowed at recess?
No.
Yes. So that's an example of how some rules don't apply when you're outside. I wouldn't take you outside for recess and say nobody can run, right? That makes no sense. No running in the classroom, but of course you can run at recess. So there's different rules in different settings. Kaylee. Yes, absolutely not. We don't ever do that, right? Bailey, did you have one you wanted to share? No? I didn't hear you. No throwing things, because somebody can get hurt. And Oakland? No hitting. Willow? No running in the classroom, right? Anari? Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Okay, so let's move on. How long have we been going? A little bit more time. Okay, so it says school rules. We read through school rules. Then it talks about classroom rules. Students and teachers make the rules in the classroom. So remember, at the beginning of the school year, I didn't make all the rules. Remember? I let you choose the rules, and we wrote them all down. So students and teachers make the rules in the classroom. Rules help us know how to treat each other fairly so we can learn. You can't learn in a classroom where everybody's running all around and there's no control. So a teacher can't teach. There's no control in the classroom. Okay. Classroom rules help us know how to take care of the classroom. Classroom rules help us set and achieve goals. The next page talks about laws. Laws help us know our responsibilities in the community. Laws protect our rights. Laws are written by people with authority. There's that big word again. Laws are created by communities, state, and national governments. Laws are for everyone. Okay, let's turn our page. Turn the page. Go right on the back now. Sasha, what? Okay, the laws of our community. So guys, follow along as I read. I need you following along as I read. You should be looking in your little newspaper there. The laws of our community. Communities have rules and laws. Police officers help us keep our communities' rules and laws. Sometimes people choose not to keep the rules and laws. Their choice has consequences. Remember, we said consequences. That's what happens when you don't follow the rules, follow the laws. Parents help us keep the rules in the homes. Teachers help us keep the rules in the classroom. The school principal helps us keep the rules of the school. I want you guys to turn and talk for a minute with your classmates, with your table mates, and I want you to discuss some of what are some of the rules that you all have in your home. So turn and talk with your table mates and have a discussion about some of what rules do you have in your classroom. You can go back to your table, yes. Yes, well, no, don't knock that over, okay? So go on, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to share with your table mates what are some of the rules. Don't knock that over, okay? Don't knock that over. Discuss some of the rules that you have in your home. And I'm going to walk around and listen.
Okay, so the rules in my home, no.
Anari, what are some of the rules you have?
No walking on the carpet with shoes on. So
No
you
eating
got
in your room.
Okay.
What about you, Willow? What are some of the rules you have in your home? You can't be on your iPad. What did you say? Oh, so one of the Oliver's rules, that's your baby brother, is he can't be on your iPad. Oh, he doesn't listen. Oh, that's not good. What are some rules that you have in your home, Amara? Can't think of any right now. Well, I had some rules. When my kids were little, you can't play until you do your chores. So that's one of the rules we had in my house. Do your chores first, then you play.
I got rules in the house. If you try to eat, don't go nowhere else except for the table. Okay, somebody?
So what are some of the rules you have in your house, Jason? I heard one of the rules you said that I have in my home. You cannot walk on the carpet in your shoes. That drives me crazy.
You can't eat cake nowhere else except on the table.
You can only eat at the table. Okay. What's some of your rules, Bailey?
Okay. Oh, we can play.
playing around until you do your chores, do your homework. So that's the common rule that people have in their home. What's some of the rules in your home? Sorry.
I can't go in the car to the outside. I gotta leave the car. I gotta walk over Saturday.
Oh, no, you know the problem.
I gotta.
Oh, no, your mama, I know your mama on fresh What about you?
Okay, yeah, I got to take the trash out, take the cat for a walk, feed my dog, my cat, and I don't need to feed my people, they get my cat, and so my dog to lay down. No, I just want that. She cooked her mama bird, and I eat when the sheep fixed. I eat people. Her mama bird. I like no, for me to it's my favorite food. But yeah, geez. My mom don't let it. If you then we don't have to let it. No, she ate that from teacher, so her teacher spit her around. Miss Brown. Miss Brown.
Is it? What about you?
Okay, so that's my rule.
You don't want to shoot?
No, take no.
It's fine. Okay. Okay, guys, let's get back at it.
I can't keep my clothes on while I keep turning my own stuff
Okay, so listen carefully. Okay, guys, listen. We have one other thing that we're going to do, and then, excuse me, and then we will have a little bit of free time before we dismiss. So let's get through this real quick so we can have some free time. You guys have been working hard today. Okay, so this is a worksheet. We're going to do it together. This is basically, it focuses on what we just learned. So maybe we won't have free time because I'm having too much talking right now. So, I'm going to give each of you one of these and we're going to go through it together. There's actually 2 pages, but I don't know if we're going to get to the second one. So we're just going to do the first one. And this talks about some of the things we just learned in our reading. I'm going to give each of you one of these. And let's get through this real quick. We actually almost here dismissal too. But I want to get this done before.
Which one do we need to get to?
Yes, we got a lot
No, we just.
So as soon as you get it, I'm going to write your name on it.
Wait, stop!
Okay, I'll have to bring you guys some pencils.
Miss Bonnie has
Put
to.
your name and today's date on it, and I'm going to need pencils. I'm coming around with
It's
pencils.
not yours. You want some pencils?
Yeah, 1 second. Don't move that basket. It's holding my camera up. Is anyone that didn't get one? Here, don't move that. Okay, because the camera's going to fall here. Okay, raise your hand if you need a pencil. Even if it's not super sharp, it doesn't have to be super sharp. I just want to get this done. Anyone else need a pencil? So we do this real quick. If it's not real sharp, still use it. Because we only have a few questions to answer. And it has A, learn, work, or play together. B is dance. C is eat. And D is draw. What is the answer? What do rules teach us how to do? Jason? Look at your answer choices. We're not just pulling answers out of the air. Let's look at our answer choices for these multiple choice questions. Rules teach us how to A, learn, work, and play together. B, dance. C, eat, or D, draw. And look back in your look back in your little reader if you don't know right off. What do you think, Carter? That's not the answer based on our reading. Kaylee? Yes, it's A. Learn, work, and play together. It says that right on the front of our reader. So let's circle A. We're just going to circle it. Learn, work, and play together. Number 2. Rules at school are made by people with rules, treats, authority, or passwords. Jamie? Authority. That's that new big word we just learned. So let's circle authority. Good job. Uh-oh, I think my computer died on me. But we're going to keep going.
Yay.
Number 3, classrooms rules are made by blank and blank. It has A, dogs and cats. B, parents and siblings. C, students and teachers. D, police officers and firefighters. Who makes classroom rules? Carter? C, students and teachers. But who make them together? Remember, beginning of the school year, we had a discussion, and we talked about what classroom rules we wanted to have. Put your name on this second sheet.
Oh, which one is teacher? Which one is he called?
Since my computer died, guys, help your table mates out. They can't find that second one.
What's it but not die?
Okay.
What's it don't die? What's teacher at?
Make sure you put your name on this second sheet.
ABC. Name. A.
I can Google anything. Saying.
I can go my eyes closed.
Oh.
I'm doing my eyes closed.
Focus.
Look, my eyes closed. I did it. Oh, I thought I did it.
Okay.
I did it. What is this?
What's the problem?
You laughing at me? Okay, let's see. R.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So number 1, we should have had A. Let's just recap. Number 2, we should have had authority. And number 3, should have had students and teachers, C. So let's do the last 2. Number 4, laws are created for everyone and have consequences. Is that true or false?
False.
Laws are created for everyone and have consequences. That's true. We all have to follow the law. So circle true. And the last one, communities have rules and laws. Who helps us keep our community's rules and laws? So we think about the community now. Who helps us keep our community's rules and laws? Police officers, friends, mail carriers, or bakers? Aubrey? Police officers, yep. So that would be A, so circle A. So I'm gonna come around, since my computer died and not able to show you the answers, just wanna come check to make sure you all have all of them. True police officer. Make sure your name is on both sheets. Why did you circle 2 answers? This is the only answer, police officers. Erase those other 2. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, make sure your name is on both sheets. When you're done, stack those sheets and your newspapers in the center of the table. So stack everything in the middle of the table. Be careful, don't knock this over, please. And while you guys go in and clean up, I want to share a quick video with you. While you're cleaning up, I'm going to share a quick video with you, and then we'll have a little bit of free time.
What video, Miss Brown? Ow, just a here is it. Something fell. Oh,
Please do not knock that over.
okay. Don't knock that over. Which way am I gonna go?
Everyone should be seated. Everything is stacked in the center of your table. Sitting quiet and waiting.
Jason knocked it down again. Jason knocked it down to pick it up. I ain't saying no.
Show me you're ready. Your table's nice and neat. Everything's stacked in the middle of your table. Okay, so let's listen. Nice and quiet.
TV! Give me a
Together we can learn laws. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We got a question for you all. Do you know the difference between a rule and a law? Now, a rule and a law may seem the same to you because they both tell us what we can and cannot do. And they both are designed to keep us safe and fair. And if we break them, the consequences will be there. But there are some differences we can discuss. Buckle your seatbelt, that's the law, and take a ride with us. We gotta follow the rules, we gotta follow the law, because the rules and the law are here for us all. I say the rules and the laws are for everyone. Without the rules and the laws,
Not knock that over, please.
an example of the ruler gets to school on time. An example of the law stop at the stop sign. Our parents have a rule before bed, brush our teeth. Our town has a law no littering on the streets. A rule is used by groups that are small, like a family, a club, or a shopping mall. But our laws have to be voted on by grown-up people, and if we break a law, we call it illegal. We gotta follow the rules, we gotta follow the law, because the rules and the law are here for us all. I say the rules and the laws are for everyone. Without the rules and the laws, we're there for us. Rules are used by groups that are small, but sometimes rules are so important that they become laws.
to go walk around and do all that, what you're doing. Could you go back to your table?